friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Workshop. It is Thursday, June 16th, and yesterday, June 15th, was a day that I'd just soon forget. It just seemed like everything could go wrong did yesterday. Well, except for one thing. We did have one customer walk in with a mandolin. Actually, he brought two mandolins. One of them I decided I didn't think it was worth investing any time and money in, and pretty much he agreed with that. But the other one, his Good Eastman mandolin, I tweaked the setup on it. It had a pretty good setup, actually, from the store he bought it at. And he did buy it from a Missouri music store. And I thought they did a pretty darn good job on the setup, actually. But it did have a little bit of issue past the 12th fret. It was buzzing just a little bit if you got down on it. And the first fret was just a hair higher than what I set them. So I adjusted his first fret action down a little bit and was able to get rid of that buzz after the 12th fret and even lower the action just a tiny bit more. So he was pretty tickled when he got out of there because it was holding a pick at the 12th fret, and that's pretty low action. If you stop and think about that, the thickness of it's a heavy pick, so it's about 45 thousandths roughly. I'm just guessing on that. The reason yesterday was such a tormentful day for me is that it took me pretty much all day to figure out what was going on with the new products page that I put on my website. If you don't know, I added a bunch of products that I use to my website. At the top of the page, there's a link up there a tab that says products I use, or on the left-hand column you can find it. It'll say products I use. You click on either one of those, it'll take you to a full page of products. I don't even know how many products are on there because I added a bunch more by your suggestions yesterday also. So I would guess there's at least 20 products, if not 25 on there. The links do all work. Now, a couple of caveats. First of all, whenever you do this and people start going to those links and they start purchasing those products run out fairly quickly because those suppliers weren't warned that they're going to need to stock up. And so some people are already saying, well, that product's out of stock. Well, I'm sure a lot of people bought them. So you'll either have to be patient with that or let me know, and I'll try to put a different link out there. And if you want to support me, if you let me know, I will try to put a different link out there. Some people were not getting the pictures and the products. In other words, they would get to the page, but the product pictures and things were not there. And so the link was not there. Some of you figured out part of the problem right off the bat, and that is ad blocker. So if you have ad blocker turned on in your browser, that may stop you from seeing the products that I have on my page. And the reason I say may is because I think it would depend on the browser. So it is browser dependent. So one of the simplest things you can do is try a different browser. If you're using the Google Chrome and you're not seeing the pictures, well then try the Microsoft Edge or try Foxfire or a different browser, or even use a different device, even like your tablet or your phone or something like that. The problem is actually specific on your end. So it's generated by something either in your browser, or it can be generated by some type of malware software or antivirus software that is blocking things too. And that's where my problem came in. Of course, it wasn't as simple as just turning off ad blocker for me. It never is that simple. Yeah, you just name it. I guarantee you, whatever the most complicated thing is, that's what I will have to figure it out. And sure enough, around 8 o'clock last night, that's how long it took, I finally figured out what it was. Malwarebytes, which is a program I have running on some of my computers, checks for malicious software. Well, it put an extension in Google Chrome, which blocked those ads. So I turned off that extension, or I removed it from Google Chrome, and bingo, the ads pop up just fine. So that's another thing you'll need to check, is if you have some sort of a antivirus or a malware software on your computer running and you can't see the pictures, it could be that it's put some sort of an extension in your browser. How do you fix all that? Because a lot of people are not technical enough to figure it out. The simplest way is you can just simply, in Google, just type in, how do I turn off ad blocker in Chrome? How do I turn off ad blocker in Microsoft Edge? or whatever your browser is. And that's just that simple. And then you just follow those directions on your screen and it should be straightforward. Or if you know you have some sort of an antivirus program running, you can also just go into your browser and under the settings, typically there will be a setting for extensions, and you open up that extensions page and you see what programs have added extensions, and you can remove those extensions without any major consequence. So like if you see that your antivirus program added an extension in there, then you can just remove it. Well, that's where I was. I had to remove the extension. Once I did that, then now all my computers can see my ads. It's just not easy being me. For the most helpful tip today, and that is that we know you cannot fix stupid, but duct tape can definitely muffle the sound. Can you see that? There you go. There's your most helpful tip for today. I know you've seen this shirt before, most of you, but I get a chuckle out of it each time I put it on. And I'm back on that old Gibson with the finish that I've been struggling with for months and months. And I am making leeway, so I'm going to put some more finish on that today. It's been drying for several days, if not a week or two. And I'm going to put some more finish on that, and I'm going to keep layering that finish up now that it's finally applying without all the holes. And I'm going to soon get that thing out of here. And I'm going to start on a new project today that's up on the shelf that I don't even know yet, because I don't know which one the next one is, now that I have the Yamaha under control. In terms of the Yamaha, which is hanging right there, it's basically finished. I just have a few little touch-ups that I want to do to it, and then I'll contact the customer and hopefully get that back to the customer before very long. We will have a shop talk tomorrow morning, so please join me if you will at 8 o'clock my time for a live shop talk, and we'll be using the new Starlink with the total setup package that I have now. Everything is tweaked as much as I can, so hopefully tomorrow will be a good shop talk without a bunch of computer interruptions. I should never have said that. Where's some wood I can knock on? You know, in a wood shop you'd think you could find some wood. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early for shop talk. Thanks for watching.